We're on the Sepulga River. Today is 24th of May, 2021. Ready to launch. Almost ready to launch. Hour later, we're still waiting on Melinda to get done with her suntan lotion. I'm just kidding, it's not really been an hour. But we're going to be underway here shortly. I'll look up the water flow and the water level in the river when I get back home, and I'll post that at the beginning of the video. Okay, here's the first rapid of the day. This will also be Melinda's first rapids going down, and she's kind of nervous about it, but I don't think she's going to have any problem. This isn't bad. It's just a little bit of turbulent water is all. I think she's going to do just fine. There you go. Just keep yourself pointed downriver. I'm having to paddle one-handed and video with the other hand and all. I didn't bring any mounts, so. Handle it like a boss, Melinda. Okay, this is the rapid that I was the most concerned about with the water level and all. I was afraid we were going to drag bottom on it some, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I bumped one rock coming through, but I think this is going to be just fine. And we shouldn't have any problem when we get down to the waterfalls either. They call them waterfalls on this river. It's just basically two more little rapids like this. I don't think they're quite as long as this one is. So here's a second rapid, and it looks like the water level may be down far enough to where this is actually like a little waterfall. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Go to your left, Melinda. All the way over, right up against the bank. Let me put this camera down. Okay, so that was a little waterfall. We weathered it with no problem. You see the water level is down a little bit. That's probably why we had an unexpected waterfall on the river.
Well, it makes me very nervous about the expected ones.
Well, we'll see when we get there. What do? What, you want to go back? Got some logs in the river up here to negotiate. So this is how the Sepulga is. There's a lot of quiet, a lot of serene, slow river, then a little bit of rapids and a log jam or two, and then quiet and serene again. This river differs from a lot of others in our area in that it doesn't have much in the way of sandbars. This is more a rocky, stony river. And most of the rivers around here are sandy. Almost every bend in the river usually has a sandbar. And this stretch of the river, at least, from here to Staples Bridge where we left the car, I honestly don't remember any sandbars on it, unless you count something like that. You know, just a little pull-up, and that's only available when the water is down. As much as you say you don't like going under those trees, you know, when it's hot enough, you'll love it. Okay, so Melinda's trying to figure out what she did wrong here, and I explained to her that she didn't really do anything wrong. When we came out of that side creek right here, we actually entered back into the river right at the head of these rapids, and you come straight down. I managed to make the gap between this log here and the tree here, and just did barely skim this log over here. She was a little bit farther to the right than I was, and the log over there caught her bow and threw her this way, threw her back towards where I'm standing now, which put her up on this stub broadside, and it just flipped her right over. I mean, you can see what the current's like. It's funny, when I got out to her, I was standing on this side of the stub there, and the water was about mid-thigh deep, something like that. Right on the other side of the stub where she was standing at when she got dumped out of the kayak was about 5.5 feet or 5 feet deep. So we didn't lose anything. We got everything recovered. The only thing that floated free was her water bottle, and I picked it up on the way back up to her. And everybody's nice and cool now and refreshed. You ready to go get some more?
I'm very nervous about what's next. I'm also nervous about which way I need to be pointing. I don't want to turn myself out right on launch again.
I should point out, I mean, you'll hear me tease Melinda from now on, from time to time, but she's actually still very much a novice kayaker. And her first trip out with us on the Coldwater Creek, she flipped 3 times, and I fully expected she was going to give up kayaking after that, and she's been right back at it. And let's see, Coldwater Creek was April of last year, right?
May.
May of last year. and she hasn't flipped since then until just now. And like I said, I don't see where this was her fault. I don't see where the only thing that she could have done different was to be a little bit luckier and be farther over this way in the river. They look like dragonflies, but these are damselflies. Fresh batteries for my GPS that I forgot. If y'all haven't seen the video on how I made my junk drawer that fits under my seat, you need to check that out. That's been the most used and the handiest mod that I've done to this kayak since I got it. Okay, so that was the biggest rapid we'd gone over yet. No, that one was probably, well, it was actually 3 or 4 right in a row, and all total probably 300 or 400 yards long. And right at the base of the rapids, we met a couple in a boat. They were fishing, and they said that was the last of the rapids before we get to Staples Bridge. And there's the bridge coming up. We went pretty slow because Melinda was so unsure about the rapids and whatnot. So we just took it real easy coming down the river, and it still only took us about 5.5 hours. Beautiful paddle.